The million-dollar elixir is water. The human body is composed of about 60 to 70% water. When divided into organs, blood is composed of 94% water, eyes are composed of 95% water, lungs are composed of 85% water, brain is composed of 83% water, and heart and muscles are composed of 75% water. The important thing is that this much water is not just stored in our bodies for no reason, but is used very importantly for our body's needs. It is not accumulated in our bodies like stagnant water in a reservoir, but circulates around our bodies as if alive, looking for the places it needs to function properly in all organs. The function of water is so important that not a single organ can function normally without water, and in order to perform optimal body functions, a water content of 60 to 70% must be maintained. Here's how to do that. Hello? This is your Healthy Life channel. We always produce videos for your health management with information from Korean healthcare specialists and researchers in related fields. Is there anyone who hasn't subscribed yet? Please subscribe and like right now. And please share it with your loved ones so that everyone can live a healthy life. For reference, the current average life expectancy of Koreans is 90 years for women and 86 years for men as of 2024, which is one of the longest average life expectancies in the world. It has increased by a whopping 5 years compared to 10 years ago, and the average life expectancy of Koreans is increasing every year. I hope you all always watch our Healthy Life channel and maintain a healthy life. If our body lacks water or if it does not circulate smoothly, problems can occur in specific parts of the body, such as dry eyes, memory loss, muscle pain, and numbness in the hands and feet, as well as abnormalities in the physiological processes of the entire body. Since water also plays an important role in excreting toxic substances and waste products, if there is a lack of water, these harmful substances will eventually accumulate in the body, and the problems that arise from this will be countless. One important thing that readers must remember is that lack of water causes problems in the physiological processes of the entire body, and the representative symptom that appears due to the accumulation of waste products is fatigue. In fact, many fatigue patients, from simple life fatigue to chronic fatigue syndrome that complains of long-term fatigue for more than 6 months, often improve by drinking enough water. In addition, in one study on aging, scholars analyzed the changes in the body's water content according to age and found that the water content gradually decreased from 97% on the 3rd day after conception to 75% for newborns, 70% for those in their 20s, 60% for those in their 40s, and less than 50% for those in their 70s. The aging process is actually the same as the process in which we lose water. When a person dies, they eventually lose all their water. Sufficient water intake is the secret to youth, and in order to perform optimal physical functions, sufficient water content must be maintained. You must drink 2,000 milliliters of water a day. The unfortunate fact is that most modern people do not drink enough of this important water and are in a state of chronic dehydration. In addition, many symptoms that lead to hospital visits can be improved simply by drinking enough water. So, how can we maintain optimal water content? There are essential physiological and metabolic processes for human survival. These sophisticated life-sustaining processes take place in the circulatory, respiratory, digestive, urinary, endocrine, and nervous systems. The important fact is that an average of 2,500 milliliters of water is lost per day during this process. Fortunately, the food we eat each day contains an average of 500 milliliters of water, but in order to replenish the lost water, maintain healthy physiological activity, and avoid dehydration, we must consume an additional 2,000 milliliters of water every day. However, if you drink a lot of water with food, the digestive enzymes will be diluted, which will reduce the digestive function, so it is recommended to drink water on an empty stomach 1 hour before or 2 hours after meal. Therefore, the optimal way to drink 2,000 milliliters of water per day is as follows. Please remember, 500 milliliters, 2 cups of water, 1 hour before breakfast after waking up. 500 milliliters, 2 hours after breakfast. 500 milliliters, 2 hours after lunch. 500 milliliters, 2 hours after dinner. Also, Drinking water that is too cold or too hot can take away our body temperature, which can reduce physiological activity or damage organs, so it is best to drink lukewarm water. It is important to drink enough water before you feel thirsty. There is one more thing to know in summer like now. About 600 milliliters, which is 20% of the water lost from our body every day, is excreted through sweat every day. Sweating is an essential process for survival. In particular, it has very important functions such as body temperature control, blood circulation, waste discharge, skin protection, and infection prevention. However, in hot summer, we sweat twice as much, 1,200 ml. If you exercise or work in the fields, you will sweat more than this, which will increase the amount of water you need to replenish each day. Also, when you sweat, electrolytes and minerals are also excreted. If you sweat too much, the body will lose too much essential water and minerals, which can cause health problems such as fatigue, lethargy, depression, cognitive decline, physical decline, high blood pressure, diabetes, and heart disease. Therefore, it is important to prevent dehydration before it occurs. In particular, the elderly who are vulnerable to dehydration and those with underlying diseases such as high blood pressure, diabetes, and heart disease need to be more careful. The most important prevention method is to drink 2,000 to 3,000 milliliters of water a day and eat plenty of fruits and vegetables rich in electrolytes and minerals. Some people only drink water when they feel thirsty, but feeling thirsty means that dehydration has already occurred, so it is better to drink water in advance before feeling thirsty. Also, even if you don't replenish the necessary amount of water when you feel thirsty, thirst is quenched first, so in many cases, you don't drink enough water, so you should drink more water even if your thirst is quenched. Coffee, energy drinks, carbonated drinks, and fructose drinks can actually cause dehydration and thirst, so be careful. Are you suffering from some symptoms that even the hospital can't explain? Or are you battling some disease that isn't being treated well? You can feel the effect. Don't forget that the $1 million elixir is right next to you. Did you find today's content helpful? Don't forget to subscribe and like and set notifications, and be sure to click all of them right now. I will come back next time with more useful content with helpful information from Korean health management experts. Thank you for watching.